Just heard from Mark Trumbo. Now we have someone else joining myself and Rob Long. Jimmy Yacabonis. Jimmy, thanks for taking the time. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just had a bullpen. Good work day today.
We are watching it.
Yeah, we were watching it, man. I was telling said to Sara a couple of days ago, you have so much explosiveness and late action on your fastball. It's just one. Again, I described it when I played college ball, and you had the aluminum bats. Guys like you have a fastball that feel like it's taking the bat out of your hands. It's so heavy at the end of the delivery. I mean, you were telling us earlier you just found out about that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is attributed to like your extension and the way you can spin the ball at the end of your motion. So I just kind of try to stay relaxed in my whole motion, and then once my front foot lands, just get out there and let it rip.
But how did you not know you had this late action? In college, no one told you that. In the minors, you had some big league experience. No one ever said to you, you have this hop, this late action.
I mean, yeah, everyone always told me I had a heavy ball, but we never really got into like the science behind it and like the actual reason why it was heavy and why it had life until I really sat down with the new pitching guys here and we really dissected it.
Now, knowing that, now that you're on this side and you know that, does it help you? And again, because I talked to Doug Brocail today, and he said, you know, it's all about knowing what you're good at and sticking with that. Knowing that now, does that help you as become a better pitcher?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, pitching to your strengths, I think, is one of the biggest things that like guys don't really do as much as they should. Some guys try to pitch to the hitter's weakness rather than using their strengths.
Yeah.
So I think using your strengths is something that is huge. Yeah.
Everyone we've talked to at this camp keeps commending the way Brandon Hyde is running this camp and this organization up to this point. You seem a lot more relaxed. Everyone I talk to seems a lot more relaxed, competitive people, or maybe not as much. What's so special about the way he's running this camp that has everyone feeling almost laid back, but just coming in and getting their work done so much more efficiently?
I mean, he's just keeping it really, really low key, and he wants us to use our time to our benefit. I mean, like he's like, when you're out there, use your time. That you're getting something done. Like we don't want to have any wasted time here. So it's kind of like get your work done, and if you get your work done and keep your head down, you're going to be respected. So it's kind of it's good. And then also the competition within ourselves is good too, because there's not a lot of guys on contract and there's a lot of young guys. So I mean, the opportunity is there. So the competition between the team itself is fun too.
You know, it's funny because we talk so much about how this camp is so laid back, but this is like my 9th one straight camp coming to work, and normally it feels like spring training. It feels like guys are going through the motion. But this camp is more laid back, and you guys seem like you're ready for opening day tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, guys are going out there every day, playing as hard as they can, competing, and we got the pedal to the floor, you know, just ready to go and going full throttle right from the beginning. And that's something that Brandon preaches too, just going full throttle and releasing that throttle when you need to, but from the get, going right as hard as you can.
Jimmy, you've had a really good spring training up to this point, both with your bullpens and, of course, in the games. Besides putting up zeros, what are your goals for the remainder of this spring?
You know, just kind of solidify my off-speed pitches. My fastball command has pretty much been there all spring, and kind of smooth out my mechanics. And now it's just about being able to throw my off-speed for strikes and really just sharpening up and crisping up those pitches. And that's what I'm going to be really focusing on towards the end.
Now, you did something that, you know, I agree with Sara. She said it off camera. I would love for someone to say, Rob, you got to eat more, gain some more weight. You did that in the offseason, but in a good way. No one ever said that to me, but they said that to you in the offseason.
Yeah, you know, last year as a starter, I would get to like the 4th or 5th inning, and like, not that I felt weak, but I've always been a reliever my whole career, so I was more like whippy and like would rely on that to throw hard for a couple innings, and now I have to throw multiple innings, so it's like I gotta have more legs under me. So I feel like that more weight and the more power that I have grounded into the ground is gonna give me a chance to succeed and throw harder.
You were a reliever almost your entire career, as you said. You get stretched out to be a starter, and then you kind of go back to a relief role last year at the organization. Now looks like you're projected to be a starter working with the starters. Do you have a preference? Is it tricky going back and forth? Does it matter to you in any sense as long as you're with the big leagues?
I don't really have a preference in either one. I just kind of want to make the team and just improve and contribute to the team. But I mean, I think last year really helped me to develop my off-speed pitches and really helped me to just become a better pitcher overall, because most of the times I'd have to face the lineup just one time through, and next year having to flip that lineup, it really taught me how to pitch.
You know, we see so much technology being used with you guys now. Have you changed your delivery at all?
No, not really. I've been really trying to stay focused on staying grounded and staying closed until my front foot lands. So we've really just been focusing on that and not opening up and staying smooth with my delivery.
Do you like the use of the analytics and these slow-mo cameras? I mean, me and Rob have talked about it a bunch this week, but I mean, it's crazy how slow and you could see the tiniest details in your pitches. Are you enjoying it? Is it helping?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, between the grips and the body mechanics of the slow-mo camera and the high-speed cameras, it's really, really helpful.
Are you having more fun now? I mean, you seem a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
Now, are you having more fun now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, over the past like 2 years, I feel like I kind of proved myself a little bit, but now I'm hoping I get the opportunity to really prove myself. So it's been good.
My final question is, what's it like being in camp with a lot of guys you came through the system with? I mean, the Orioles, and I know you guys reposted the picture of you and Wins and Trey. I mean, being in camp together, working together with some of your best friends, but also competing against a lot of them. What's camp been like for you over the past few weeks?
It's great because everybody gets super comfortable with it, with each other, and I mean, it's cool because guys from the outside come in too, and they see how close that we are, and they kind of feel like they just fit in too. But I think another huge thing too is that we know each other as players too, so we're good teammates together, and I think that's one of the main things too. Like if I'm doing something wrong and Wins is catching me, for example, he'll be able to point it out, be like, dude, you're doing that wrong,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like, that's a huge help because he knows me. Like, it's not like it's the first time he's seen me.
Yeah.
So
I wish you the best, brother. I hope you're in that rotation this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Continue to work hard.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Sara.